Hello, hello. Okay, I think you can hear me now. So we are here for grade 2 math. You can find all the lessons on apstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 2 math, and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter money. The lessons we're going to cover today are uh, names and values of common coins, names and values of all coins, how much money is there, and count money up to $1. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So here I am on grade 2 math. Start with the first lesson, that is names and values of common coins. Okay, let's just start with the first lesson, money and names and values of common coins. Which coin is this? So this is a dime and it is worth 10 cents. The other sides look like this. So this is the dime, right? Okay, now what coin is this? How much is the coin worth? So this is a dime and the other sides look like this, that is 10 cents. Let's just start with the test questions. Which coin is this? Dime, penny, and nickel. That is the nickel. Option number three is the correct. I think penny it is. This is penny, not nickel. It is. But I did grade one session. I think you missed the session. How much is this coin worth? 5 cents, 10 cents, 25 cents. So which is the correct option? That is 25 cents. Option number three is the correct option. 25 cents it is. Which coin is this? Dime, quarter, nickel. Which is the correct option? That is the dime. Option number one is the correct option. Dime it is. Okay, how much is the coin worth? So which is the correct option? That is 0.055 cents it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. Which coin is this? Dime, quarter, and penny. This is the other side of the dime, so dime it is. Which coin is this? Dime, quarter, penny. Quarter it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is not dime. Oh, oh yes, dime it is. Yes, that is the other side of the dime. That is the dime. Which coin is this? That is the quarter. Nickel it is. The correct option is nickel. Okay, which coin is this? That is the quarter, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is name and values of all the coins. That is exactly the same one. So let's just start with the lesson. Which coin is this? This is a dollar coin and this it is worth $1. And the other side looks like this. This is the dollar coin. You can see here the on the coin that is already mentioned $1 it is, right? Okay, how much the coin worth? Coin worth 0.10, that is the dime. Let's just start with the test questions. Which coin is this? That is the dollar coin. Option number 3 is the correct option. Which coin is this? Nickel, dollar, quarter, which is the correct option? That is not the dollar coin, right? Quarter it is. The correct option is quarter. Option number 3 is the correct option. Which coin is this? Penny, dollar coin, half dollar. Mm, that is the on the coin it is mentioned that is 1 cent, right? So 1 cent means that is Penny it is. That is penny. Option number one is the correct option. And I think that is the only golden coin, right? Okay, which coin is this? Quarter, dollar coin, dime, which is the correct option? That is the dollar coin. Option number two is the correct option, dollar coin. Which coin is this? Which is the correct option? Nickel it is. Option number one is the correct option. That is nickel. Which coin is this? Nickel, dime, quarter. That is nickel. Option number one is the correct option. Nickel it is. How much is the coin worth? That is 0.10. Option number two is the correct option. Which coin is this? Dime it is. The correct option is dime. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yours. Just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is how much money is there? Let's just lesson. Okay, let's just start with the lesson. So the lesson is moved to grade 3. Please use tutors if you need immediate assistance. Okay, let's just skip this lesson and move on to next one. The next lesson is count money up to $1. So let's just start with the lesson. How much money is there? Count the quarters by counting 25. This is 1 cent, right? Like me. So 25 plus 1 is 26 cents. So the correct option is 26 cents. Let's just start with the test questions. How much money is there? So we have 1, 2, 3 times, right? We can count times by 10, 10, 20, 30, and 1. 31 option is option number 2. That is 31 cents. Option 2 is correct option. How much money is there? So we have a quarter that is 25 cents, and I think they all are dimes. So 25, 35, 45, and 55. So the correct option is 55 cents. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 55 cents. Option 1 is the correct option. How much money is there? That is the dime that worth 10 cents. This is the penny that worth 1, and this is I think the nickel that worth 5. So 10 plus 5 is 15 and 1 16. I think these coins are not from Canada. They are not Canadian coins. That is 16. Option number 2 is the correct option. That's why you haven't seen. How much money is there? I think they are old coins. These days, these coins are not. How much money is there? That is 17. This is worth 10. This is 5 and 2, 17. It is option 3. How much money is there? 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 5 cents, and 2 times. 5 cents it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. How much money is there? That is 40 cents. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is again the same count money I think. That is move. What's wrong with the lesson? Oh yes, let's just move on to next one. That is count money up to $5. Count money up to $5. How much money is there? So they have them are the dollar coins. So they are $2. The word $2. Let's just start with the test questions. How much money is there? How much money is there? We have $1, 2 times, and 1 penny. So that worth 1.21. Option number 2 is the correct option. How much money is there? That is $2.25. Option number 3 is the correct option. How much money is there? That is 1.35 cents. Option number 2 is the correct option. How much money is there? Yes, very good. That is $2. Option number 2 is the correct option. Also, these coins are too old. You can see the coin has the year. I don't know if that's 2003. No, I think that's 2005. So these coins are too old. That's why you haven't seen them. Okay, so I can't read. So I think these are the half dollar coins I sent. So 50 and these two, they are the half-dollar coins. They worth 50 cent. Then these two are this is I think the quarter that worth 25, and this is also the quarter that worth 25, and then they we have to count them by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So $1, 1.50, 1.55, 1.60, I think 1.70 it is. Option number 2 is the correct option, that is $1.70. Okay, that's great. Okay, we are done with the lesson. Uh, uh, count money up to $5. I, I think that we don't have this. Yes, let's just. The last one, equivalent coin. Type the correct number in the blank. The first coin is quarter. The second one is nickel, right? So the quarter is 25 cents and the nickel is 5 cents. So how many cents together make? Like how many nickel together worth one quarter? One quarter worth 25 cents. So if we have 5 nickels, they worth 25 cents, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Type the correct answer number in the blank. $1 equal 100 pennies because the penny worth 1 cent. So $1 equal 100 cents. Type the correct number in the blank. 4 quarters equal $1 because the quarter worth 25 cents. That is 4 quarters equal $1. The correct option is $1. Type the correct number in the blank. One quarter equal 25 cents. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, we were working on grade 2 math. Chapter we were working on is money. The lessons we have covered today are names and values of common coins, names and values of all coins, how much money is there, count money up to $1, count money up to $5, and equivalent coins. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can please simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. In the chat box, I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So, any questions you can please ask if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.